Good evening and welcome back to What's New with ME. I'm your host, Ali Mehdaoui, your guide through the news, the chaos with a little laughter and a lot of context and no partisan blinders. Tonight, we are covering a fist fight at a UFC title event, massive immigration raids in the American South, and a Gen Z insurgency in Mexico City. 3 stories, big deals, bigger consequences. Let's jump in. Segment 1, UFC 322 brawl and historic win. That's our first stop, the Octagon and the Millie outside. So what happened? Islam Makhachev scored a dominating championship victory at UFC 322 in New York, defeating Jack Dillon Danis to take the welterweight title and mark his 16th straight win, tying a UFC record. But the headline didn't stop at the victory. A brawl erupted between fighters' teams in the audience section. Dillon Danis got into a violent altercation with members of the Makhachev's team. Dana White, UFC CEO, announced Danis is banned from all future UFC events. The context? Well, the UFC sells itself both as an elite sport and spectacle, and Makhachev's win is pure athletic discipline, skill, and legacy. But the brawl, well, that's the raw edge chaos that still sells pay-per-view. Danis' history with the team, Khabib, goes way, way back, and the grudges of combat did not get buried. The venue, Madison Square Garden, only added the pressure. The organization now faces questions. Are elite fights undermined when the audience becomes a battlefield too? Can they control team members, seats, locations, and passion overflow? Social media takes: Islam won the fight and the sequel. When your belt comes with a side of brawl, the only thing louder than a knockout, the sound of a chair being thrown. Segment 2, immigration raids in Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, now let's shift gears from the ring to the streets of Charlotte. So what happened? Federal agents carried out a major enforcement operation in Charlotte that resulted in at least 81 arrests in a single day. The city's business district slowed immigrants' communities, braced, and some U.S. citizens flagged themselves with fear. Usually, immigration raids focus on border states like California, Texas, Arizona, but Charlotte? That's inland. It signals a policy shift. Enforcement isn't just border adjacent anymore. The Trump-era domestic agenda, yes, we use his name not for politics, but because the policy lines points to it, is actively punching into mainstream cities. This affects not only undocumented immigrants, but also documented workers and citizens who feel targeted. The business impact: laundromats, bakeries, and service jobs hubs in immigrant areas shut early. Clients stayed home, and community trust took a hit. Different takes: law enforcement views, we're removing threats, enforcing the law. Civil rights views, we are watching chill zones becoming detention zones, and citizens are feeling unsafe. Local business views, Saturday night vanished because of a rumor. Now, social media is reacting. If the sweep in Charlotte, well, maybe the border is just a metaphor now. A U.S. veteran said, I'm in a laundry shop and I still keep looking over my shoulder. They say the drills in Charlotte feels more like a Home Alone trap was set and everybody is running out of popcorn. Segment 3, Gen Z-led protests in Mexico against corruption. Last stop is Mexico City and some serious energy. So thousands of young Mexicans identifying as Gen Z march across the country demanding an end to violence and government corruptions. They cited the assassinations of a mayor and long-standing grievances. Some demonstrations turned violent. Police reported over 100 officers have been injured. This isn't your grandfather's protest. This is digital native anger. A generation used to streaming, hashtags, and instant voice to be heard now. We want real change, not promises. Corruption in Mexico has deep roots: drug cartels, ties, political patronage, and weak accountability. These protests reflect both frustrations and a loss of patience. For the Mexican government, they are dealing with more than just street banners. They are facing a demographic with global attention spans and low tolerance for delays. So there are different takes. Youth activists say we've been ignored long enough. Government, this is manipulated by opposition parties. And analysts, the emotions are genuine, the networks are messy. Social media, of course, speaks loud. Gen Z Mexico, more energy than my whole combined feed. Protest playlists, drums, chants, tweets, storms, we're live. See, when your protest hits more cities than an Uber driver tip sheet, you might be doing something right. So there you have it. 3 stories from 3 different arenas, all showing the same thing: power, disruption, and the unpredictable consequences when systems get stressed. If this kept you informed, entertained, and maybe a little angry in a good way, subscribe, share, drop a comment. Let us know which of these stories surprised you the most. I'm Ali Mehdaoui. Thank you for watching What's New with ME. Stay sharp, stay kind, and stay
In a world of digital noise, your brand deserves a command center. Welcome to ME Studios, where your vision doesn't just get captured, it gets amplified. This isn't just another production space. This is your complete media powerhouse. Our multi-unit facility in New Jersey is engineered for brands that refuse to be overlooked. We transform your voice into professional podcasts streaming on Spotify, Amazon Music, and beyond. Your stories become headlines across 300-plus media outlets, including Fox, ABC. Behind every viral moment is strategy. Our content creation and SEO campaigns don't just chase trends, they create them. From concept to distribution, we build the digital presence others envy. Your brand, your voice, your time to dominate. Visit the mestudios.net and turn potential into impact.